We are going to Italy. Fam, it is finally happening. We're going to Italy. I have finally decided to host a retreat in Italy next year, May 2026. I'm so excited. So earlier this year, I actually went on a retreat in Italy and was just like, yes, this energy, this vibe, this is what I want to curate, but more like community, business, everything, like really just like up leveling your life. And so I've decided to host a retreat in Italy in May of 2026. Now, here's the thing though. In order to come to the retreat, you have to actually be a part of the Leap Year Mastermind. Now, what is the Leap Year Mastermind? This is the first time, literally first time I'm ever doing this, which is why I'm so freaking excited because I feel like I've had this desire on my heart for like years now. I feel like I've been trying to find a space like this where it's not just about like, I'm scaling to 100 doors or I want to make many, many millions of dollars. And it's all just about this like arbitrary number, this arbitrary goal that isn't really rooted in anything. It's really been about creating a community where other like-minded women who are go-getters, who are high achievers, but who are feeling like they're kind of stuck. They're kind of in this weird middle where they're wanting to scale, but they're wanting to do it in an aligned way, not in a way that's going to make them lose their soul. Because I've been that person where all I do is I just follow the path, I get to the number and I'm like, this didn't actually feel the way I thought it was going to feel. And actually, I want to do something that's more like authentic to me. That's how I ended up in engineering, right? Is I was just following the path without actually thinking about where I wanted to go and how I wanted it to feel and what I wanted my life to actually look like. And this is why I've created the Leap Year Mastermind. Now, I'm actually going to read to you this letter I made that will perfectly depict exactly what the Leap Year Mastermind is all about. So what is the Leap Year? The Leap Year is the private inner circle for real estate investors and entrepreneurs who are ready to build wealth, scale to multiple 6 and 7 figures, design a life of freedom and travel, and take the leap into their next chapter on their own terms. Now, this isn't about chasing door count or arbitrary sales goals. It's about creating a life that feels expansive, aligned, and fully yours. So if you're reading this, there's a reason. Maybe you're in that weird in-between season. Maybe you've started scaling that real estate portfolio, or you've started that business, or you're doing really well in your corporate job. Your life looks successful on paper, but something inside you knows there's more. You want freedom, but also fulfillment. You want health, you want wealth, but also joy. You want to leap, but you're not sure what you're leaping into and how to do it. But you know you want more alignment, more ease, more joy, more you. And that is exactly why I created Leap Year. This isn't just a community for entrepreneurs. It's a sacred space for high-income women who are in that messy middle, those who are done performing for achievement and are ready to live deeply aligned, radically free lives built on their own terms. Hey girl, if you've been dreaming about building generational wealth and living life on your own terms, this one's for you. Now, 5 years ago, I was right where you are, okay? Burnt out, working a corporate engineering job, grinding with no real freedom in sight. Then I bought my first investment property, learned how to live for free, and started making money in my sleep. That one decision changed absolutely everything. I stopped relying on my 9 to 5 and eventually walked away from it for good. And trust me, I don't regret it. Now I'm on a mission to help other people do the same, which is exactly why I created Wanderlust Wealth Academy, a transformational program and community where I teach you how to buy your first or next investment property and live for free in 2025. Now, this community is for 3 kinds of people, okay? If you are stuck in a job that you don't love, secretly dreaming of more freedom, more travel, and more passive income, and you know you don't want to be climbing the corporate ladder for the next 10, 20, 30 years, this is for you. Or maybe you're a digital nomad or a travel girly who just wants to build wealth and create stability without giving up your freedom. Or maybe you're a business owner or high earning corporate baddie who just sees the market volatility and knows that it's time to diversify your income. If any of those sound like you and have a minimum of $10,000 that you can put towards a property, then go ahead and apply for the Wanderlust Wealth Academy. Now, this is going to be a completely free call to see if you're a good fit for us and also for us to see if we're a good fit for you. You can go ahead and apply at oliviatati.com oliviatati.com/apply WWA. That's oliviatati.com/apply WWA. Or you can just go ahead and click the link in the show notes. Now, spots are limited. We only take a few new folks a month. So make sure to apply now before there are no spots left, and they go pretty quick. Because my girl, freedom is so much closer than you think. Over the past few years, I've helped hundreds of ambitious women buy their first investment properties. But more than that, I personally have built a life that actually feels like mine. I've grown a $3 million real estate portfolio. I've started multiple soul-led businesses and traveled the world with my dog. And I've surprised my best friends with fully paid getaways. I've spent slow mornings in places I only used to dream about. And I filled my days with joy, with presence, and the people I love most with no permission slip required. But even after all of that, I realized something. No amount of strategy matters if your life still feels like a checklist that someone else wrote. So when I sat down to design this space, I asked myself a different question. What do I wish existed when I was in the messy middle, where the money is coming in, but the life I craved still fell out of reach? Who do I want around me to celebrate the big wins and hold me through the hard moments? How do we scale big without wanting to burn it down in the process? Because here's the truth. A lot of people have freedom on paper, but still feel stuck in hustle or proving mode, or in a version of themselves that's just too afraid to let go of the grind. And the turning point is learning to live, not just build. That's where the leap year begins. It's the space I wish I had in that season, not another strategy call or blindly chasing goals, but a container to ask deeper questions. It's about going deep, getting radically honest, and creating a life that feels good now, not in 5 or 10 years. What do I actually want my life to feel like? What do I do if I stopped waiting for permission? What does my version of success really look like? And while we will help you create systems to scale to multiple 6 and 7 figures, this isn't just about buying the next property or scaling for scaling's sake. It's about designing the gap you never gave yourself, the business that fuels your soul and your savings, the real estate portfolio that gives you Fridays off to fly to Italy just because, the mindset that lets you stop chasing and start choosing. And inside Leap Year, we're not chasing door count, we're building lives that feel like us. Because the goal was never to build a life you need to vacation from, it's to build one you never want to escape. This is your leap year, the space between who you've been and who you're becoming. The year you go all in on you, not just the investor, not just the businesswoman, but the woman behind it. And the best part is you do not have to do it alone, because we're all leaping too, and we've saved you a seat. Your leap starts now. And y'all, okay, what the heck is a leap? I hope that like moved you, because it moved me, okay? So the Leap Year is a 12-month mastermind. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to help you create a lifestyle that actually feels good, not just looks good on paper. We're also going to be building a work routine that fits your energy and your goals. And we're going to get you your time back by outsourcing what drains you, and help you finally get clear on what you want and what's next, and implement the processes and systems required to scale your business to multiple 6 and 7 figures, and take bold, doable steps towards your next chapter, whatever that looks like. Now, community is the core pillar, and surrounding yourself with women who have become close friends, who are also evolving and leaping. And that's the whole point, even with the retreat. It's not just to show up to this retreat and meet random people when you're there. No, we're building this relationship over the entire year. Now, who's this for, right? This is not for you if you are not doing well, right? Like if you're not doing well in your job, if you have no clue what you want to do, if it's building a real estate portfolio, if it's scaling a business, this probably isn't for you just yet. This is for the person who knows they want to get to that next level, who knows they want to either scale a side hustle or they want to scale their real estate portfolio. The things that we really focus on in terms of helping you with from a scaling standpoint, and this is more of the strategy side of things, is in real estate investment portfolio. So scaling your real estate investment portfolio, helping small businesses like vending machines, interior design businesses, like other real estate adjacent businesses too. Also, if you are wanting to scale your social media and maybe create a coursing business, that's something we help you with as well. But really, there's also a heavy focus on systems and processes to scale, because that's what people don't realize they need in order to get to that multiple 6-figure and 7-figure mark. Now, we don't just focus on strategy. There's going to be everything from monthly calls on mindset, manifestation, having a love and relationship coach, shadow work, human design, magnetism, Enneagram, authenticity, all of this that plays into designing the life you actually want to live. We're also going to be doing at least one other meetup in the US in between now and the Italy retreat. And there will be also monthly and weekly group coaching calls as well. And yes, the retreat is all inclusive. So literally you land, we pick you up, and you are covered for the next 4 to 5 days, essentially. It's going to be freaking phenomenal. But I am so excited. So if this is something where you're like, oh snap, I have been looking for something like this, or my soul is being called. So if this is calling to your soul, make sure to go ahead and apply. The application is going to be in the notes, or you can also DM me the word Italy on Instagram and I'll send you the application directly. But we literally only have 10 spots. Like, this is going to be a very small container, a very small community. Not everyone who applies will actually be accepted. The whole point is to really curate an intimate vibe, an intimate experience. And also, I'm just very picky about who I travel with. So you need to pass the vibe check in order to go on a trip with me, okay? But I cannot wait to read all of your applications. We're only going to be taking enrollment up until the end of August. Okay, so get your application in now and get it in fast, because I haven't even properly launched it yet. And we already have one spot that's already taken, and we've got 2 more people this week who are joining as well. So put your application in and then I will be in touch. It's time to leap, baby, and leap all the way to Italy. Thank you so much for listening to Wanderlust Wealth Show. Now, don't forget to follow the podcast, or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you love this episode, it would literally mean the world to me if you shared this with a friend or a family member, or literally like anyone off of the street. Like right now, go ahead, share it so you don't forget, or post it on social media and make sure to tag me. I love seeing what you're listening in on and what you resonated with, and I'm just so freaking thankful for you. I'm so freaking excited for you. I love you, and don't forget, life really doesn't have to be hard.